De account onmeldig was onjuist of uw account is tijdelijk uitgeschakeld. Okay?
Oh, your account is
No
out
good.
for the moment. This is episode 2.
And in this episode, we're going to tell you all about how the Dutch cheeses arrive in the Highlands of Scotland.
That's right.
Why is it out?
Yeah.
How about
It's not on.
manage passwords? Oh gosh.
I'm Emmy.
And I'm Jon.
And I'm Monkey.
And these videos are all about our story of 10 years running the cheese house in Cromarty.
Indeed.
Customer login Zyfer. Let's see what the password was for that.
Yeah. I am a QR code tired.
Yeah. No. Let's try let's try the
Nice, all those pictures from cheeses, they're lovely, but we can't order them because we can't come into the portal.
Oh, come on. Why are we so useless at IT?
You're over 60.
Yeah. No, can't order it, darling. It's now Monday,
Yeah.
and this morning, when you were still in bed,
Oh, was it?
I just changed the password, and it seemed to be working. So
No, you're kidding me.
Yeah,
You only did that?
So now we've got it all.
So it's Monday the 13th of February. Who would have thought it? Look at that blue sky. And look over there. Who do we see? It's a day off, so I'll let her off. She did do the washing too. But what I really wanted to show you was the cell.
Because when the cheeses arrive, they're going to have to be on those shelves.
Yes, that's the original window. Can you imagine spending a night in here? A bit grim. You got your original light on the ceiling there. I think that must have been a bit of heating. And also, we haven't found out from anybody, or they haven't owned up to, having spent a night in here when it was a cell. There would have been a bed. You can see where the floor tiles end, and it's just concrete. That was where there was a board, a very basic board, and I think under here in this corner there was a toilet, or certainly a drain for slopping out. That would have been your cosy night, and now it's cosy cheese.
But then we have to wait 2 weeks
Yeah.
before they pack them all on the pallet, and when they're on the pallet, then we have to do all the paperwork for the import.
Right.
So come back in 2 weeks' time, and that's when the fun begins.
All right then. Ah, Zeeveld. The factuur. Yes, what we have to pay. What?
What?
How come it's so much? We never pay that much. That's ridiculous.
Well, I give you an update. 2 weeks ago, we fill in their blooming portal.
Yeah.
2 weeks before they then put
Yeah.
everything on the pallet.
Yeah.
Only then can they produce an invoice, because it has all the exact weights of all the different cheeses
Yeah.
on
And
the pallet.
numbers and stuff like that.
And
Yeah.
you need all of that before you can then get in touch with the logistics firm, who need to know all the exact weights and what everything is before they'll bring it across. And then when I look at the invoice,
Yeah.
I think, that's rather expensive.
Yeah, that's my thought too.
Yeah. So then we check it, and we've ordered 4 lots of young cumin, and then further down they put another 4. So that's 8 whole cheeses,
That's quite stupid, isn't it?
but we only wanted 4. So I sent
Something
an
went
email
wrong.
and say, sorry, but
You sent an email to Jaap.
He has. I say, you're going to have to take those cheeses off. And he says, well, I'm really busy. Can't you just leave them on? It's like, no, because...
No, of course not. It's not your mistake.
So then I point out that it's just enough that we can put them all in the fridge. And it's also just enough for one pallet.
Yeah.
So then he sends me a photograph to say, well, maybe you can take the extra and we'll do a deal or something. But if I was the logistics firm, I'd say, well, that's 2 pallets.
Yeah,
So
twice
I'd
the
charge you
price.
twice.
Yeah.
So that defeats the whole of it. So anyway, this morning he said, okay then, I'll take the 4 cheeses off. But then I have to produce a new invoice and then I have to produce a new paperwork.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at now.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes. By the looks of it, you're only halfway. Carrying that. And there's Johnny. He's doing his bit. I'm exhausted.
So, here we have it. The Great Cheese Challenge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, oh, blimey. Piles and piles. Boxes and boxes. And all the little ones.
He's opening the first box.
Yeah.
And it is... Aha! Il Gusto Poro. And that can go straight away on the shelf because we were out of it, I suppose. And that's number 1.
The biggest problem we have when all these cheeses arrive is all the cardboard.
Oh!
So then we have to go through and find all the young ones. That's cumin,
Cumin.
coriander. Those can both go straight in the fridge.
Yes. Some of them are a bit smashed.
Yeah. So
This pile is nearly falling. It's the Tower of Pisa.
So cumin is
Cumin.
now 14,
14.
and coriander
Okay, there it is. In the fridge.
is 7C. Because that's matured for 2 years, that can go straight on a shelf because that doesn't have to be in a fridge.
No.
11. Old goat.
Uh-huh.
That's matured for a year and that can go straight on a fridge,
That's
on a
very handy.
shelf. That's another old goat
On the shelf.
format. And another old goat. Another cumin. Extra mature.
Paperwork. You see that? You see that pile of paperwork?
5 old.
Yeah.
That's for the old gouter.
Yeah.
And another 5.
Oh.
For some reason we've got 2.
Oh.
Exactly the same piece of paper, but we have double
Double.
the amount.
And that's only a little bit.
So that tells you how many in total? 5.
Okay.
3 pieces of paper for
4.
5 cheeses.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You're going okay. I only see one big one.
Yeah.
All
but
the others are gone, eh?
Well, the little ones
Yeah.
stack very nicely between the big ones behind here.
Yeah.
But if you put the big ones in first,
Yeah.
then it's impossible to get the small ones in.
Yeah, that's
so
true. So, So now he's going to do the pile with the young ones. And they all go in the fridge, Johnny.
Oh, nice.
And there he goes again.
But somehow
Yeah,
we have to find a space for all of these.
I think you can.
But you see, by the time we've done this,
Oh man.
600 kilos, I've moved it about 3 times.
9 to go, Johnny. You're nearly there.
Good.
Maybe the ones they have to go first.
Hmm?
The ones they have to go first can do in the shop, no?
Yes, could do.
Is that not a smart idea?
That's a very smart idea, Donnie. But
But,
if you'd come up with your smart idea at the beginning,
yeah?
then we wouldn't have to move all the cheese again.
Okay, sorry.
So I might today
Yeah,
leave the bloody stuff.
you leave the bloody stuff. Well, there is still 4.
Right.
And where do they go?
They'll have to go in here.
And then they have to go in here. You know what?
What?
It's almost 5 to 10.
Oh, yeah, always. That's always the way.
Yeah, and then we have to open the shop. And there we are, the last 2. Hooray! Wow, that's fantastic. Really lovely, lovely, fantastic. Woo-ha! It's all gone! Where did it all go? There's a little bit in there. Oh, and see that? We have the old one back because we were out of it. Yes, we were out of it. Absolutely out of it. Yes, we were absolutely out of it. And you know what? What? There's also potato. Cold potato is back. You see? Oh, Johnny's so good. Way! Oh, wow! Oh, I can see numbers. 2, 12, 11, 3, 4, 5, 8, 6, and 6. Oh, wow. That's pretty much amazing. And in here, yeah! All the cheeses are in there as well. It was a beautiful day, almost no wind, and there was a bench. We sat on a bench and we saw a bird flying and we almost heard his wings.
We went for this walk
Yeah.
over the top.
Yeah.
Actually, went over to the other side.
Oh, yeah.
McFarquhar's bed. That's where we sat. We were looking down over the Moray Firth,
Yeah.
where you could see all the way to Inverness
Yeah.
and across to the airport.
Now you were asking me what's the connection with the Netherlands for you?
Well, that as a Dutch woman
Yeah.
coming to the Highlands,
Yeah.
we need to think of something typical Dutch.
Yeah, so I said clocks, tulips.
And that wasn't going to happen.
That wasn't going to happen. No, that was a bit silly. And then out of the sun I said cheese.
You did.
You can sell cheese.
And the moment you said
Everybody
that,
loves cheese.
the moment you said it, I said, that's a great idea.
Oh,
Then you were like,
my lordy.
but I said, yeah, I can just see it. A little
Yeah.
cheese shop in Cromarty.
Oh.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So here it is, the exact spot where Emmy came up with the idea. Sitting on the bench, enjoying a day very similar to this.
I think he was really serious, was he? Yes, he was. Oh, my lordy, no. In a fucking little place? How many people are there? 700? Do you think they all buy cheese? How can you make a living off that? I know that you love cheese, but that's about it, isn't it? Well, yes. You can't cut cheese, you never heard about it. You don't know how they make it, well, I do. No, you don't. Well, a little bit. Oh, really? You think you're smart? Sheesh.